Hi friends, it's Becky, and it is time to open up the April 2025 Sam's Bead Box. This is Sassy 60s. Each month you get a selection of gemstones, Czech glass, and other components that are meant to go together, kind of tell a story. They are themed and curated very beautifully to a theme, and this is a monthly bead subscription that you can subscribe to from Sam's Bead Box. I have a link in the description below so you can check them out. I also have a little coupon code that you can use to get $5 off of your first subscription. But I am excited to open this up. We're going to open it up, get it sorted into my 15 grid organizers, and I'm guessing that with the Sassy 60s as its theme, we're going to see some bright colors, and I'm excited about that because I love bright colors. So let's see what we've got in here. You always get a great little rundown of why they created it, a little bit of background, some dates to remember where you've got your official unboxings. That's going to be April 18th. So if you're watching this video, it is already April 18th because I like to post this after the official reveal on the Sam's Bead Shop channel. If you missed their official reveal and you want to watch it on replay, I'm also going to put a link to that in the description as well. And then there's going to be some celebration live sales. There's usually some other content that Sam's Bead Shop will be providing, like tutorials and that sort of thing. And then I'll also be making some tutorials with this on my channel as well. And then we've got a list of everything that's on here. It's on a sticker, so I could stick it to my box, but I usually just will set it in the top of this so I can reuse my boxes. Let's take a look at our reasoning behind this. We called our grandma Carolyn to learn about her favorite 60s fashion trends, and I'm just going to take a minute right here to wither away into a pile of dust because I mean, let's be real, my kid's grandma also was in the 60s and had a lot of fashion that she took care of there. So, but oh, that's so nice. So, Sassy 60s, I still remember setting foot in London on a vacation in 1966. I'd always considered myself fashionable, but the moment I stepped off the plane, I felt like I was in another universe. Clothes were brighter, prints bolder, and skirts shorter. After that trip, I began to nix my full skirts and sweater sets as I explored the new styles. Along with shifting fashion trends, the 60s brought a cultural revolution that rocked out to the Beatles and broke from the status quo. I'm excited to see what Rachel and Sam make from this box. So we've got the fearless energy of the 60s fashion featuring vibrant florals and geometric motifs of the time. Bright yellows, popping pinks, and fiery oranges are accented by smooth teals and metallics. We especially love the colorful melon strand, laser cut wood charms, and Amazonite rondelles. Whether you design a statement necklace or playful pair of earrings, we hope you channel a bit of the 60s spirit, confidence to stand out, embrace color, and wear your creativity proudly. That's fantastic. So I was right. We have got some bright colors in here, and I'm going to be opening this up, pulling all the beads out, and then we'll open them up, look at them in details, save my Werthers for later. I like to share these with my son. They're always very well packaged, I must say. I love it! You know, I'm not a huge like orange and yellow fan, but sometimes it just works, especially with other beads like this. So I mean, look at this. Look at all of these bright colors. Looks like we've got a donut bead. Ah, look at this bead mix. Isn't that fantastic? We'll take a closer look at those in a minute. Then we've got packages in these. I'm going to do these a little bit separately. Then I will the ones in the baggies because I'll be reading off of them. But we have several stranded selections to get through before we can get to that. Oh, look at all of these strands of beads. These ones are also in here. So let's go down the list, see what we've got. Fat bottom beads, you make the beading world go round. All right. Flower power. Look at these. This is such an interesting mix of these drops. I'm just taking a minute. Love these melon beads. Look how much fun they are. This is a really, really fun. Oh my goodness, yes. All right, friends. There's a ton of beads in this. I hope I have enough room in my 15 grid organizer. There are more than 15 types of beads in here, so we're definitely going to be doing some roommate situations. Let's start with our stranded selections. We have Czech glass melons. They are 10.5 millimeters. This is a 9-piece strand. We've got 3 each of this sunrise mix, where the teal, this soft pink, and this bright orangey orange. And this is like a citrusy orange. It's not like orangey orange. It's kind of a yellowy orange. Let me get this opened up. Let's take a look at this a little bit closer to the camera so you can get a better idea of those colors without all of that other stuff behind it. All right, so melon beads going in here. And then we've got square pink opal. Pink opal is the color of the Czech glass square. They're 8 millimeters and there is a 25-piece strand. And it looks like the strand came undone, so they put it thoughtfully in a baggie for me. And these are that light pink. They're like pink lemonade. That's the pink color that I am getting from these. And I can, I'm just going to take them all off the strand. There we go. That's going to make it a little bit easier for me to stick them in this section. Yes, that is definitely a pink lemonade color. All right, then we've got some round drooks. They're crystal with pink silk accent. These are 4 millimeter beads. This is a 60-piece strand. All right, let's get this open. Figure out where we're going to be putting that. I am unstringing it onto my mat first, and then we'll get it up there. It can be a little bit chaotic trying to get it into the organizer off of the strand at the same time. So far we've got a bunch of pinks. All right, then we've got some Czech glass drops, teal waters mix. These are 9.5 by 12.5 millimeter. This is a 12-piece strand. And you can see on this mix, there's a lot of variation between each of these beads. Some are clearer, some are more opaque. It is definitely giving off water. All right, then we've got some Czech glass table cut ovals. That's It's these guys here in Seafoam Crystal. They are 6 by 7 millimeters, and this is a 24-piece strand. And again, the strand was a little bit undone, so they thoughtfully put it on in a baggie for us. I like how this is kind of frosted for this teal. Oop, I'm losing one of my guys. Let's get the rest of it in here. I like these. These are really cool beads. I'm going to probably be making something with them later. All right, then we've got a Czech glass Brio drop. There is turquoise orange pop art mix. They are 6 by 9.5 millimeters, and this is a 25-piece strand. I might actually separate these out and have my blues in one section and my oranges in another, so that I can do a roommate situation with them. But these orange ones have like the 2 tones, and then we've got 2 different colors of blue. These are bright orange. It's like that orange is just a little bit challenging for me, but you know what? That's all right. That's all right. And then we've got Amazonite faceted rondelles. That's these guys right here. I love Amazonite. They are 2.5 by 3.7 millimeters. I'm going to just wiggle them a little bit so we get some sparkle going. And I am going to leave these in their strand. I'll just set this on top of these guys here. I think they will be very accommodating roommates. And then we've got orange aventurine. These guys right here. These are 6 millimeter faceted rounds. This is a 7-inch strand. And I love that for us. And I think I'm going to also leave this on its strand, even though it's sort of larger beads. There we go. All right, then we've got some Czech glass fire polish rondelles. Sunny 60s mix. It's these guys here. We've got some yellow and some orange. Here are our yellow, super bright yellow guys. Here are our orange ones right here. I actually think I'm going to switch my Amazonite over here to that one. I'm going to put my orange guys right in there, and I'm going to start a yellow section. There we go. How about that? Yes. And then we've got some hematite wavy Heishis. Right. So let's take a look at them on the strand so you can see the waviness. And this is what they look like off the strand. They've got the little triangular cut. That's what gives them a little bit of that waviness. I'm going to get these guys right in here. All right, then we've got some Czech glass bicones. These are turquoise luster. These are those Lucerna bicones. They are 4 millimeters. This is a 50-piece strand. And this, I am going to need to snip this open with, stick these guys right up here in that upper section. I'm saving some room in here for some of these other beads because I am going to be sorting them into there when I get these open. Then we've got our Czech glass daisies. They are yellow blue silk mix with a gold wash. There's both colors. Absolutely in love with this strand. This is so cool. I am going to separate these guys out. So we can have them separated by color. I'm going to put my yellow guys in here with those rondelles, and my blue silk turquoisey guys in here with those drops. Next we have some Czech glass melons in a rainbow metallic mix. These are 6 millimeters, and there is a 30-piece strand in here. They're just such a fun texture to add to everything. So we're going to put that there. All right, and then we've got these guys. These are Czech glass barrel beads. They're 6 by 8 millimeters. And we've got some 2 by 2.5 by 6 saucers. It's an orange blue mix. So the barrel beads are all the orange color and the saucers are all blue, and it's this nice sky blue color. All right, now these are bordering on a challenging color for me for these orange ones. Let's get a couple of these up here. They are also going to roommate situation in here. And these little saucer guys are going to go right over here. All right, let's open up our bagged selections. Now these I'm not going to go down a list for because they are already labeled. So you've got some Czech glass Starburst Oval Marigold Opal mix with a gold wash. They're 13 and 18 millimeters, and this is a 3-piece set. Marigold, that's the yellow color that I was thinking of for these. Love these. Stick them right in there. And then we've got some Daisy Coins Orange Opal mix with a copper wash. These are 17 millimeters, and there's another 3-piece set of those. These are going right in here with my other special Czech glass beads. We've got some Czech glass Flower Power Teal Shimmer. They're 18 millimeters, and this is a 2-piece set. Looks like we've got kind of a gold wash on these as well. I'm going to be sticking these in here with these Lucerne bicones. Czech glass table cut freeform diamond aqua. You're 19 by 22 millimeters, and this is a 2-piece set. Absolutely in love with this. It's with the frosted glass on it. It's making me think of sea glass. I'm gonna go ahead and stick these guys in here too. next to those two. And now we've got our Chalcedony donut, or is it Chalcedony? I never know, Chalcedony or Chalcedony. How do you guys pronounce it? It's dyed marigold yellow, and the size and tone may vary. It is a random pick. So yours may be a completely different color. Maybe it's more yellow, maybe it's more gold. Oh, it is so smooth. This is so smooth. This is going to be fun, actually, to, I don't know if I want to wire wrap it or do something fun with it like I've done. Maybe we'll wrap it with some of the Amazonite. It might be a good idea. Actually, I kind of love that idea a lot. I'm already getting ideas for this donut. I'm going to stick this one right up here. And let's take a look at our antique brass collection. We've got a mod circle pendant. Let's get all these out, and then I'll read from the okay, this is going to be fun, actually, because I can already tell that we could do a brick stitch along the lower half of this and use the seed beads for it, and then add some more of these beads along the edge, some smaller and maybe progressively larger beads as we go. This is a really fun pendant to be able to work with. Next, we've got some diamond links. These will be really fun. And a beaded chain design. I got a link left in my baggie. Let me get it out of here. These are 7.5 by 13 millimeter, and there's a 10-piece set in here. I'm going to set it in here with the rest of my findings. And then a peacock chandelier charm. Glorious. This is going to be fantastic, connecting little things to each of these connectors down here. Let me turn it over so you can take a look at the other side. Right. And now I've got one more thing in here. It is Retro Drop Walnut. This is a woodcut 28.5 by 42 millimeters. It is a 2-piece set. And there is some natural variants in the wood grain. Oh, but look how great this is. Look how beautiful. Where should we set these? I think they will fit nicely right here on top of that. All right, I'm going to move these a little bit out of the way so that we can see them, these beads, a little bit better. For this last look, where am I going to put this guy? About there. There we go. So that is the Sassy 60s Sam's Bead Box. And again, I will have links in the description to the official unboxing, to their site where you can find extras. I am pretty sure they're going to have larger tubes of this bead mix available. Let's actually take a look at the bead mix before I go, because it looks fantastic. So we've got like a bright neon-y kind of a yellow, and then we've got some crystal beads with a hot pink lining. That's this guy right here. We've got some teal silver lined, really light teal, almost baby blue, and then some gold beads as well in this bead mix. They always have extra bead mixes available, and often they will also do a matching 8/0 seed bead mix. I don't know if they're going to be doing that this time, but it's something that has become sort of a regular thing with Sam's Bead Shop. There will also be additional add-ons like some silver silk, or possibly some trios with some soft flex wire that are also available in the bead shop, Sam's Bead Shop, for some add-ons to this box. Really happy with this. Although it has probably a little more orange than I'm used to or comfortable with. And also yellow. Yellow's not my absolute favorite, but I love it with all of these. I love these colors with all of the others, and I love that. It's funny because we didn't have as much teal when Deb Floros curated the box, but there were bright citrusy colors in that one. And for someone who isn't like, oh, I love citrus colors, because orange and yellow are usually not the things that I go for, I still used up most of that bead box because it was just so much fun with all of those different colors and putting them together. And I think I'm going to have a similar amount of fun with this one because it pushes me a little bit outside my comfort zone. But then when I say, okay, I am going to embrace this yellow and I'm going to add it to a couple of things, and it just really makes it pop when it's like that. I love this yellow with this blue. They are just perfect partners, I think, to be able to put together. So I know these blue beads were on a strand with these orange ones, but I like them with the yellow better. And that's one of the fun things about getting one of these bead boxes, is that you can put it together any way you want, and you don't have to use all of the beads. I could be like, well, I'm just not going to use these orange ones, and go ahead and use the rest of them. It is entirely possible to do that with these. Anyway, I'm going to leave you for now. I hope you have a fantastic week. Happy beading!